Hello, everybody. My name is Martha Alter Hines with Living the One Light. So, this is going to be a second video, part 2 of me reading to you Gaia Speaks. And you can jump into this video right here. You don't have to have listened to the first part, or you can go back to the first video and start there, whatever feels right to you. As I've said before, but I'll say it again, all of the books that I've channeled I think of them often as like oracle cards. You could read them cover to cover, or you could just open them and see what is calling to you, what message in here is calling to you. So I'm starting with, where I left off last time, but it's all a standalone thing. And so anyway, go back and start with the first one or start right here. Yeah, so where I ended up from in the first video was I basically read the most of the introduction to the book, and I'm now on a section called Your Cells. So again, this is Gaia Speaks, which is available on my website. It's available on Amazon. It's now available on Audible. And if you go to the first video, in that video, I give kind of a background on the backstory of this book and the backstory of how it got on Audible, which was funny, and the backstory on why I'm making these videos, reading the book to you. So if you want to hear that, again, you can go back to that video as well. But I'll just say briefly that this is the second book in the Living the One Light series, which is a series of 8 books that I'm channeling, and the first 3 have been published for a few years now: Living the One Light, Gaia Speaks, and The Cosmos Speaks. And then next up will be Love Speaks, The Goddesses Speak, The Gods Speak, The Crystals Speak, and then The Light Speaks. So I'm hoping actually to finish, we'll see, but I'm hoping to finish The Goddesses Speak this December. We'll see. That's what I'm feeling the nudge to do. So we'll see if that. Anyway, that's to come. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is on page 13. Your cells. So before we get deeply into some suggestions about how to access your full beingness and all of why you are here, I want to back up and explain a bit more about what I mean when I talk about your cells and your cellular structure on an energetic level. As you know, and just to be clear, this is Gaia speaking, right? This is channeled. This is not me. This is not me talking. This is channeled. Okay. As you know, there is energy, and as you know, there is physical matter. Also, as you know, all physical matter is made out of energy, right? But what is not so readily known by many people yet, or what is not remembered, is that all of energy, and therefore all of energetic forms, have an ideal balancing point, an ideal balance and spacing with each other and within themselves. In the cosmos and in all of existence, each star, each atom, each molecule, each nanofraction of a particle, every comet, every ray of light, and every wave of sound is in its own perfect frequency and in its own perfect balance within itself and between itself and everything else. This perfect balance is ultimate harmony and the definition of healing. The only place that we consciously know of where this perfect balance and harmony and perfect spacing within and without gets unbalanced or off center of its own perfection is on this planet, in the parts of existence that have gotten stuck in a version of physical existence that has forgotten and gotten out of touch with the reality of all of existence. In the playing with existence and in playing around with third dimensional realities, there was a great deal of forgetting for most humans throughout most of the many centuries of living on this planet. And in that forgetting, the literal cells of physical life got too squished, too close together, too stuck and immovable, too dense in relation to each other. The cells themselves forgot what it is to be in perfect harmony and balance within and between themselves. And it is in this forgetting and this squishing of the literal cells that a lot of suffering has ensued. It has become a very difficult cycle. Forgetting, shutting down, getting squished, suffering, freezing, shutting down even more, suffering even more, getting more shut down, perhaps remembering for a moment, forgetting again, suffering horribly, and stagnating that way for century upon century. However, here and now, as so many of us are remembering, and as so many of you are expanding back into the cosmos and back into the ultimate reality that is all of us and all of existence, your cells are literally returning to their open, receptive, cosmically true and balanced, fully alive state of being. It is in this fully open, receptive, dynamic, moving, clear, totally alive way of being that your and our physical cells become able again to be a conduit, a clear channel, a transmitter of energy frequencies, just as you are in your cosmic being. Why is this so important? On a cosmic level, the reason for this importance is almost beyond human comprehension. However, I can say that it just is. It is as though the Earth is a major hotspot, a meeting place of many entities and beings in the cosmos and in all of existence. And as the energies on Earth transmute and become more open, more free, more able to fully allow all of the energies of the cosmos and of all of existence to move through freely as they need to, this allows the energies of all of existence to be in full balance with themselves. The reverberations and ramifications of this balancing of all energies throughout all of existence are far beyond what you or even I can comprehend. It is massive. It is key. It is like a big sighing of all that is and a completeness and harmony that can occur like never before or ever since. If this is difficult for you to understand or seems beyond anything that matters to you in this moment, I also want to mention some side effects of your cells opening and returning to their beautiful, natural, balanced, perfect state of cosmic being. As you can imagine, this balanced, open state of being not only affects the collective existence, it directly impacts you. It impacts your immediate body, mind, heart, and spirit. As your cells open and balance and clear and come back into their highest alignment within and with themselves, you may go through some difficult transition time, but ultimately you will notice so many positive changes, it is hard to name them all. In that state of being, your body will feel amazing, like it never has before. You will start to notice physical symptoms and even whole diseases disappear or balance in ways you didn't know were possible. In addition, you will feel balanced emotionally. As waves of difficult feelings come and go, as they still will, you will know how to access joy and harmony and peace and deep stillness and calm within yourself and with all of existence. You will have a much greater sense of clarity, purpose, and direct knowing of yourself, why you are here, and what you are meant to do in each and every day and each and every moment. Many of your questions, your anxieties, your wonderings, your agonizing will simply disappear. As you go through the adjustment period, you may lose friends and relationships, but ultimately, as you come into your perfect balance point, the connections and relationships in your life will reflect your perfect balance, and you will ultimately feel so much better in relationship to everyone and everything around you. In addition, your relationship to the material world and to money, finances, and resources will take on a more balanced, loving, and calming effect in your world. We will go into more depth on all of this later. For now, we want to get very practical and open some suggestions that may be right for you now or in other moments to help you remember and move into your own perfect cellular, resonant, balanced, cosmic, physical state of being. You are perfect just as you are. So here we go. Um, okay, so now this is the beginning in the book of the main section of the book that's called Getting Practical, and there are three three components to this section. It's opening, clearing, and flowing. um, and so I'm just going to start the very beginning of the opening section. And then in the next video, I will move on to the rest of that opening section. Okay, so getting practical, opening. As I mentioned above, the first part in this process of fully remembering who we are is the process of opening yourself fully to all of life force. I spend most of my time here talking about this opening phase as it is what I feel the most called to coach you on. Later, I also discuss the clearing and flow phases. But for now, let's get very practical with ways to open. As with most things, some of these suggestions will be right for you in some moments and maybe not in others. Take what works for you, leave the rest. Come back to a page or a thought when you feel so called. Most of all, listen to yourself, listen to your cells, listen to your soul, listen to your own inner knowing of the wisdom of existence and act in perfect alignment with that knowing. You can use these suggestions and this book in any way you want. It might feel best to read them in order, one by one, and try each one on for size, one at a time. Or it might feel better to see which one or ones you are drawn to in a particular moment. Soak in the wisdom meant for you in this moment, and just allow yourself and your cells to transmute in whatever ways you need with whatever is resonating right now. It might also feel fun to allow the universe to speak to you and to hold the book, similar to angel cards, close to your chest, connect to your highest self or the divine and or source. Take a deep breath and allow your hands or the pages themselves to open to whatever place has exactly the message you need right now. Just play around, have fun. Remember that you are a star, literally. And let your cells go, let your love flow, and just move into the beautiful, glowing, gorgeous being that you are. So much love. All right. Next video will start here. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah. Beautiful. I'll see you in the next video.